Well, hello there. Welcome to the show. I hope everyone's had a great week. Back again. I'm tapping the screen a bit here today. Last minute sort of fixes us some scenes because of some new features in Ecamm. Well, in the beta at least. And you know, I like to live dangerously running the beta. So big shout out to everyone who's already in the chat today. We're going to have to dive in pretty quick. Just to let you know where you are. You're in Creator Breakfast Live, and we're doing it. We're doing it every Saturday. This time every Saturday. I don't know what I was going to say then, but we're here. We're here. Let's jump in the chat and give a few shout outs. Make sure everything is working where it should be. Now, a few people passed really early as we've scheduled. People like usual suspects like Monique was here early. Life on YouTube #1. Even our good friend Kelly Plains stopped by after a schedule just to drop a like to show some support. So big shout out to Sal there. I mucked around with the joke feature, but then turned it back off after this shocker. It's funny. It's all that and more. Somebody's found the one of the new things. Also, live on YouTube #2 before the stream. As we're going closer in, we've had live stream consultants jumping in. We've also got Lee Anfield Road, Loudon and Loft. Welcome. There's the other one. I saw it there just now. Yeah, a couple of new ones, 2 new ones today. Added to the existing ones, of course. Yes. Also, Kevin Hawthorne in the house, always coming to us from Lakeland, Florida. We love that. Go Florida. Hello to Fiberific. Welcome to the stream. And also, Chantel Hills is in the stream as well. I thought Creator Keyboard was iOS only. Oh, yeah. I just assume. Let's see. Oh, the question earlier, what is Creator Keyboard? Well, we're gonna. It's a pity I can't tag these comments to circle back to. I want to circle back though. Remind me if I don't circle back, you tell me, Doug, you got to circle back. What is Creator Keyboard? Chatty Cathy's in the house. Home Rapper Repair Larry is here. Frankie over 50 is here as well. Welcome. Ollie Smith. One of the wonderful moderators here. Hello, beautiful people. Creator Classroom, another one of our wonderful moderators. One bespeckled Doug. Is this the bespeckled? Bispeckled? Oh no, it's bespeckled. Oh, bispeckled because it's two eyes, two glasses. I could be wrong. Jerry's in the house. Welcome, Jerry. Brian's coming to us. He's watching the kids. Watching. The Wanderer AUS is here as well. Welcome. You know what I haven't done? Oh, okay. Let's just bring that down a bit. We don't want that one too loud. Yes, I am the Saturday alarm. Apparently, there we go. What else we got going on here? And I think that's everybody who's come in so far. If I've missed you, just give me a holler. There's some Creator Classroom news, updated banner. And I updated mine for 2025 in the last week or two. I don't know if I had done it the week before the last stream, but I have. I just sort of updated my banner. And actually, I noticed on some of my other channels that some of my banners had like a very subtle 2023. So they were really, really needing an update. And I don't think I've got to them yet. I just updated my main channel. Monique's here live with us now. Welcome. That's always good. Okay, it's time to circle back. What is Creator Keyboard? Okay, Creator Keyboard. Let's just hit it now. Let me get my phone ready just in case. I don't have it hooked up to do screen share though, but maybe I can do it's an app for iOS at the moment. It sort of looks like, let's see if we can pull that one up. You can see that one that's right next to the StreamYard one. Just create a Keeb. It's an app. It's an app that's actually been made by somebody you may have heard of before. His name is Nick Nimmin. Yes, he's multi-talented. As part of him learning how to code for iOS apps using AI, using ChatGPT and other things like that, just to self-teach him how to code. Didn't got it to obviously help with the code, but obviously got it to teach him the code so he would code it the way he wants it coded so that it works. But basically, it's a keyboard app. You know, like you can get keyboard extensions for your phone so that if you're in a field that you got to fill out, you can jump between like normal keyboard, the emojis. You can jump to if you have it installed like a Giphy keyboard where you can like search GIFs and post them into your correspondence, your social media, different things like that. But you can get make a canned responses. So this is sort of what this app does. It's like canned responses on steroids, but it's made for creators, made for people. YouTube. Obviously the main use case is answering comments with some of the common replies, maybe some links to videos that you commonly recommend and want to like send people to, things like that. So you can use the keyboard app for that. And so that right now it's only on iOS, but at some point Nick will be self-teaching himself how to make Android apps so that he can also bring that app to Android phones. So hopefully for all our lovely Android people, that can happen. Okay, let's jump back in here. Then my watch is going off, so somebody's liking my X posts or commenting or hearting. Okay, did you mark up your music from last stream? Mark up my music from last stream. I'm not sure. Did something happen in the last stream with music? I know a few, like back beginning of the year or late last year, I had issue where I got flagged for copyright claim because my Spotify app jumped outside of the Creator Mix playlist that I was using, and it was probably due to a setting that I tapped on or something. So I don't know if I don't think I had any issues last week. Definitely haven't had any issues in the last few weeks anyway. It's been good on that front. Finally received 2025 Canvasser logo. That's good. Nice. Continuing on. Yeah, it's like getting around to using it. Like I have it installed. Like I use it for some things. It's pretty cool. I'm in comment sections. I can use it. I can use it on any social media. I could be like in Reddit if I've got something that I've recorded as a canned response, and maybe it could be like a video link or a link to like a documentation for on Google Help or YouTube Help, something like that. It could be anything really. So it's multi-purpose. And then you can rotate. You can bring it up. You don't have to like jump to the app to do stuff and like copy paste. You just have to go to the keyboard, flick to the creator keyboard, and then click on the buttons to drop the whole response in if that's all you need to do. It's pretty cool. Paul Dixon in the house. So Paul showing off some of Ecamm's new features in some posts this week. So that was pretty cool. I'm testing out some of those things today. So you might see some sort of transitions that look pretty slick. So hopefully they're working. Not yet. Just sort of YouTube creator related stuff at the moment. But that is a good thought. That is a good thought. You could potentially use it for anything where you got to do that repeat sort of stuff. I actually do like email. I have email templates for work, which is sort of a little bit more in depth and where it's got to like change the subject line and maybe sometimes even be sent to specific people. So I have templates that are already set up with all the extraneous stuff for email. So like you could use it for that if you just want to like drop in like a paragraph response in the midst of an email or a letter. If you're composing it on your iPad or your iPhone, then yeah, you could use it for that. That definitely works. Okay, music marked up. Double Doug there. Music marked up. It was too low. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, like I've checked some levels because I think some of my super chat things are too loud, so I've turned some of those down a little bit just in the main settings on my Rodecaster. So I've done some of those things. Like the mixer, like stuff coming from Spotify for Creator Mix. It's all going to depend on where I've got my slider for the day. So, I can go up and down. I know we were tweaking on saying how was that sound last week, and I know we were like pushing up and down. I don't want it too loud. I don't want it overbearing. And it doesn't really matter if no one can hear it. Sometimes it is a little bit still if I like stop talking for a second. The morph transition looks great. Yeah, it does. I've got it set up. So when I go to some different scenes, like I'm not even happy with this one I've got up. I had to redo my main scenes because they were had the cameras as the background. So I had to like just make it blank, put a background in, and then make them a camera frame. What do we call them? Yeah, they're the hang on, let me hover. Camera overlay. That's the technical term. All right, let's keep going through the chat here. And don't forget, if you've got any questions, anytime during the show, drop it in the chat with a Q in front of it. I haven't said that yet today, so I need to remind people. Yeah, we're going to be jumping in shortly to look at maybe some stuff from Creator Insiders back. Creator News Flash back this week on Tuesday. So, our first Tuesday news day for 2025. So we're going to touch on that. I'm losing myself in the chat. Need mixer cam. Yeah, I should set up a separate second camera. Like I've got like I can use a phone for a second camera. My top down rig is actually on my other desk, which is what I use for like unboxings and stuff. So I don't have a specific top down here. But that's an interesting idea. And yeah, as a reminder, there it is. All right. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go in and just tweak really quick the position of this camera. Just want to give myself a little bit more headroom. Oh, very subtle change there. I just felt like I was like tapping the screen a little bit too often. Okay, Brian says, how many sound panels do I have? Oh, these things. These are like cheap as ones from Amazon. I just got like a pack that was black and blue, and so I think I got like I got a whole bunch in the cupboard that I haven't used, but I applied just to these two boards. I've applied 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. So I'm using 40 right now. They're sort of overlapping. There's like an overlap right there somewhere. It's actually just behind here. There's like an overlap right at the end here. So there's a board with 20 on it and another board with 20 on it. Now in my old set, they were off to the side. They were like a side panel up against a wall. Just like they were like I could use them as a backdrop, and they were there if I was shooting at a different angle. So you'd see them in like videos and stuff. But they were just mainly just there to deaden the sound a bit. And so, but right now they're doubling as a backdrop. Right now, doubling as the backdrop. Chantel says, I had some fun using the mobile as continuity cam for close-ups on my Thursday live stream this week. Yeah, I was playing around with that because I was answering a question in, I think, the Ecamm group. Somebody was asking about, I think I couldn't figure out how to get their iPhone 15 Pro to come in as a 4K camera. And some of the apps I noticed they only limit you to 1080p 60. So I'm thinking maybe 4K is just too much of a bandwidth, particularly if you like Wi-Fiing it. I even plugged in a cable to test the cabled continuity camera, but you can't tell what the resolution is. Well, it doesn't tell you in continuity camera what the resolution is. Plus, my scene's only set up for 1080p anyway. Like back before this, and even when I was in StreamYard, I was using 720p. It was perfectly fine. So, I understand why people like 4K, but for a live stream, I think that's a little overkill. I'm getting shorter every day. I have no proof of that. I just thought I'd say that. Okay, there's a question here because I see the queue. Thank you. Larry says, on desktop in YouTube Studio, the inspiration tab seems to be like the paid software services now. Yeah, it has a lot of the similar features. That's actually a very good point. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up another tab on my Chrome browser. Go into Studio. Yeah, particularly from an AI point of view, they've got some stuff going on, and I need to dive deeper into this because you've got the two versions. All right, let's try this screen share. It's morphin time. There we go. Picture in picture. Let me just move the question for a second. Okay, so they've gone in the content section and put the inspiration tab here. I know we've talked about it, and you can see as it's loading, it's got that whole like glowing purpley sort of that thing, and that's over my face. There we go. You can see it's right now. It's telling me some information about brainstorming some ideas, and right up front, it's giving me ideas that I haven't even asked. I haven't gone right over here to like do a prompt for any ideas. It's automatically based on my content, offering me some video ideas straight away. So it already gives me vibes of something where it might sort of cross over in some respects with apps like Creative Fuel, some elements of maybe vidIQ or TubeBuddy, different places, some of the ideation tools. I haven't done hands-on on one of 10 or some of those other ones, the newer ones out there. So I'm not sure, but I've used Creative Fuel and vidIQ and TubeBuddy in the past. Obviously, a lot of their AI-based stuff is everybody's sort of implementing sort of similar ideas and using AI like ChatGPT or variations. Maybe it's Notebook LM or different things where they're actually using that to for in respects to ideation. And I know I talked about Creative Fuel, I think on a stream. I don't know if it was the last week or the last few weeks or something, or last month. I can't remember what it was. I probably mentioned it a little bit for ideation. I haven't really dived in deep to this yet. I have had a quick look at it when I first got it. So this is purely, the inspiration tab on the channel content is purely your ideation page. So inspiration, think inspiration, getting inspired for video content and things like that. But you still, if you jump over to analytics, you've still got this tab called the Trends tab, which is a little bit, this is like the old inspiration tab. So here, it is still, this is giving you some different information from an analytics point of view about what people are looking for. They're not specific video ideas. They're recommending some ideas, some videos that might give some ideas. I don't know why free gift cards are important to my audience. So, this is not going to be perfect. It's telling me to make a short about Java. I don't do coding and stuff. So how to make a min. I don't know what a min is. A minute? So, this isn't perfect. Background video, no copyright. So some of this stuff is sort of off to the side, adjacent to my ideas. And I can still use this. This is still very much set up for ideation. And I think this is the legacy version. I think this will change over time because really the ideation stuff, oh, wrong one. The ideation stuff is now over here. I think this one is sleeker and probably is easier to follow because everybody's used to, now we're all getting used to like AI prompts and different things like that. So that is interesting. So I'm losing track of where I'm up to. Let's jump back to that scene there. That will do. Do you know the best person to learn from when it comes to learning the basics of EV Max? You know what? I have not watched any sort of EV Max like training videos or know somebody who specifically talks about EV Max that I've come across. Like most of the content I get suggested is probably like StreamYard, Riverside, like Ecamm and you know your big ones like Ecamm and so forth. OBS, get a lot of OBS, and then some of the like streamer bots and like the gamer side of things where there's this plugin and that plugin. But yeah, EV Max, I haven't seen a lot of people making content on it. That could be an opportunity for someone out there. I don't know if it would be me. I haven't committed to EV Max. I'm very happy here right now with Ecamm. All right. I'm just going to leave that one there. Yeah, some may say that having the BMAC a QR code over my face is an improvement. So you know, g'day to Better Basketball Training, Oswoosh. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, 720 as long as you're not. Yeah, that's right. When people start watching on big TVs, that's probably where you do want to consider streaming. Now, Ecamm is capable of doing 4K, so there's not some of the online stuff just isn't set up for that at all. But Ecamm, OBS, you can do 4K. You need the bandwidth to get it out there to YouTube, but hey. What do you think about their ideas for your channel? Well, actually, looking at the inspiration tab, they're a lot better. They are based on content that I've put out before. So it's like, this looks like it might have like hidden YouTube features you're missing. Like I did a video like that. He says there's very high interest. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that video when I did. I think I did 5 features or 6, or was it 5 or 6? There was a number of features. It was like I haven't done a lot of listicles, so I did like 5 features you may not know. 5 YouTube features you may not know, something like that. So that's a similar sort of thing. There's one here, high interest, YouTube algorithm changes, what it means for you. Now, I had probably thinking about that video right now after watching the video with Rene Ritchie and Todd Beaupre from YouTube this week on the Creator Insider channel, where they talk about the YouTube algorithms. The title was YouTube algorithms for 2025. And so they were like, sort of letting people know how the algorithm works right now on YouTube. A spoiler alert, it's like same as how it worked last year. Exploring the new YouTube Studio interface. That's interesting because I don't like it's ever changing. So doing recaps and letting people know about new things is how I go about that. It's not a new interface anymore. The interface has been there a while. But they are talking about doing a little bit of a revamp of desktop studio and mobile studio. So which we'll talk about shortly. Future of YouTube Shorts prediction and trends. I'm not a futurist per se, particularly when it comes to shorts. So and the other one it's given me is YouTube's biggest upcoming updates explained. Definitely in my wheelhouse. It says it's very high interest. So need to talk more about when I need to really nail when they're talking about new features, new upcoming features. I need to make sure we get in and have discussions about that. So that's pretty cool. You know what? I 100% agree with this. That's my favorite paid tool, particularly on Tube. Like out of all the TubeBuddy tools, like that's the one I've probably used the most, and I think it's invaluable. And I'm surprised there's more tools aren't doing the same thing. So yeah, that's an interesting one. But yeah, and it's a good one. Albino's in house. Welcome to the stream. On my verified artist channel, I don't have the inspiration tab, which is kind of weird. Yeah, verified artist channels have some very bizarre like exclusions. Like they get some. There's a certain few features that they actually get because they're a music channel. But there's things that they're excluded from, and I don't understand why. Those things are. I can't think of a specific example off the top of my head, but I've just noticed that sometimes they just don't have some features that regular channels have. I'm not sure if an inspiration tab is something. Just created a new unverified account, and that one does have it. Yeah, it could. That's why it could fall into that actual that reason is because it's a verified music channel. It's like, well, you don't get this, you don't get that. Why they leave the inspiration tab out, I don't know. I could probably do some Googling. I won't do it during the stream, but you know, sometimes I'll start like, have they updated the documentation on this particular thing? Have they mentioned the fact that certain creators, because often there's things that like kids content creators don't get because of the, you know, because of the COPA and different things like that. So that sometimes those things are missing from those types of channels. So sometimes having a special type of channel can like sort of exclude you from some features for whatever reason. And some of the music ones I don't understand the logic of. But I suspect that some of them are because, and I know this isn't the case for all those artist channels, because some artist channels are like independent, very independent, but some of them sort of might be limited features because they're working with labels. And so they might have like the label administer their YouTube stuff, and there's some sort of framework above those types of channels where that they can have the label staff help you with your channel or work on your channel or do your channel on your behalf, depending on what your contract is. But that doesn't help like independence. Like if you're an independent music artist, you haven't signed to a label, you just have that type of account on YouTube because you get some different things like being able to sell tickets and different things. It's one of those weird things. Yeah, I'm always interested in some of those quirks, so I'll definitely see if I can dive in YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's something that will definitely be on my list. And sometimes I'll come up with, yeah, people don't really know about this, so I'm going to add that to the list. And so when I've got enough to make a video, like I reckon you got to have at least 4 through maybe 7. Like if I come up with 10, I think I'd be pushing it. Like I think the one I did last time was like 5 or 6. So I think that's a good number. You don't want the video. You want the video to be a decent length, but you don't want it to drag on either with different ones. And you can do things for the retention to tease what's coming up. All right. Yeah. A lot of the stuff, depending on how you're getting your content, like if you're getting it from like a terrestrial sort of like old school broadcast, we've got an aerial on your roof and it's coming in, even though everything's getting broadcast digitally now through the air, a lot of that stuff is still like under 720p, depending on, and then if it's a specific HD branded channel, then it might be 1080p. But most of that stuff isn't, especially if it's broadcast terrestrially. Now, if it's coming through cable, then most of that stuff is probably going to be 1080p minimum. But yeah, TVs these days look pretty good, and they play that sort of stuff. Like I watch stuff that's not upscaled that I download, and it's at like this just broadcast TV has come off, and it's not like a high bitrate file or anything, and it's perfectly fine for watching. And I don't have any issues. It's just like watching normal television. Where are we up to? Yeah, I sort of blend in a bit. I got like my shirt sort of blends in with the blue and black theme of the studio and the mic. It just happens to be this what I'm wearing today. That's just like the shirt that I put on this morning. Neil Faramond is in the house. Welcome. I saw Neil on the Ecamm stream when they were demoing the some of the new features in the beta, so it was pretty cool. I saw a bunch of people are on that one. Because Camp Create is April 10, I'll have sometime in March. Don't know EV Mark, since I won't be filming any videos for April in March. Yeah, because then obviously that's you're gonna be hitting a lot of the new features, new announcements and stuff, and that will be like your focus. All right. What do you think of YouTube converting some playlists into podcasts? Is that something you have experienced? On my channel, no, I haven't had that happen. I know they did that sort of when they were like initially setting up podcasts. I would say, yeah, the vibe of this, for whatever reason, I don't know what the criteria was, but somehow the vibe of this style of content, we could consider it a podcast. It's listenable as audio only as well, so we're going into YouTube Music okay as a podcast. So yeah, I did hear that they did flag quite a few playlists as podcast playlists, and a podcast on YouTube is a glorified playlist. It's like it works similar to a playlist, just has a couple of extra features with like playlist art and different things, and obviously access to the YouTube Music app, where you show up in the podcast section, which could be good if that's what you want. Obviously, if they did that and you didn't agree with it, you got to go and hopefully undo that. Oh, that's the same question. Asked with and without the queue. I got it. It's all good. Yeah, I'm going to scroll a little bit. Let's see if I got any questions. Just a lot of back and forth. And good morning to Shark Scrapper. Welcome to the stream. Chilly Mountains. The Chilly Mountains. Hey, yeah, I saw this week they're getting like snow, like down Florida, like Pensacola and stuff, down Houston, around the Gulf Coast, New Orleans and different places right on the coast, which is not common, so I'm told. So big shout out to those who are used to the more temperate climates that got a little bit of blizzard conditions for a few days. All right. Polar vortex. That's what they call it. Let's drop that. Boom. Vortex. Lovely. All right. Let's jump in. Let's change tack right now. Been just chonking through there and talking a few questions. It's always fun to do that. 100%. So now we're going to jump over and let's hit some of the news topics for this week. All right. Creator Insider Newsflash was on this week, and this is a summary of the topics that they talked about. I'll actually address each of these separately, so I have some things to say. All right, let's move that off for a second. This week they talked about dashboard improvements. This is basically just a call out for feedback for the YouTube Studio dashboard on mobile and on desktop. And in that video, they have a link in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to go and leave feedback in I don't know if it's a form or a forum. The way she said it, it sounded like forum, a very American forum. So it could be, is it a forum or is it a form? So it's either of the two. It's a form to fill out, or it's a forum where you can go and drop ideas. In either case, if you're interested in giving feedback on potential improvements could be made to YouTube Studio, either mobile or desktop, then you can do that. And I'm talking about the points that I've got a separate screenshot for. Let me just read these off. Q&A, stickers, and vertical live streams. I think I've heard of that one before. Shorts templates update. interesting. And mini player improvements on mobile. So they're doing an experiment. All right, we're going to look at some specific. We're going to look at these specifically. Now, I've already like to start talking about. I basically already mentioned this one, the dashboard improvements in YouTube Studio. So I won't labor on this any further because that's basically I just reiterated this information without pulling it up. Let's go to the next one. Q&A stickers on vertical lives. Now, this is actually, now they're just mentioning it probably for the first time in Creator Insider, but they actually launched this at the end of 2024. It was done sometime in December. Now, it's something that's only available. I believe I'm going to hear something in my ear in a second. It's going to play. It didn't play, so I'm going to do this instead. Oh, there it is. It's a super chat, a 50 GBP, Great British Pound super chat. I found a video called How to Stop Procrastinating, and I saved it to watch later. That's definitely a very YouTube one. I like that one. Watch later. Yeah, I know someone in my family who puts a lot of things in watch later, but she actually does go back and watch them. So she's not procrastinating. She's just making sure she doesn't forget which videos she needs to watch. But yes, wonderful. Much appreciated for the super chat as well. And yeah, you can feel free to drop the puns. I nearly re-enabled the joke command on the stream today, and I didn't. So I'm glad you dropped the joke. I'm glad you dropped the pun. Back to, oh, that disappeared at the perfect time. I didn't have to hide it. That wasn't me. This feature has, they talk about it being released on vertical lives and shorts, but it's been on shorts for like a long time. I want to say it's been on there for at least a year, because I know I talked about a Q&A sticker on shorts on a video a long time ago. I reckon it was in 2023, to be honest. But I think I even did a demo in a live stream of how that worked, or I did it somewhere. It's a bit tricky because you can only do it live, and you can only do it on the YouTube mobile app if you're streaming from that. If you're streaming from like Ecamm or something, you can't use Q&A stickers. It's basically something that just encourages them to tap on it so they can drop a question. Now, the questions just end up in the chat anyway, so people can already drop their questions in the chat. So I guess it's just there to motivate people to tap and ask questions, rather than you verbally saying it, hoping that they tap on the chat and ask questions. So it's something, if you're in a vertical live streaming, that's probably something useful to do. Of course, you've been able to do it in shorts for a very long time. I finished going through these ones, and then we'll jump back in the chat. Shorts templates. So they're calling this a reminder that shorts templates are tools to recreate or repurpose shorts or videos. And in brackets, I said, I've not seen any of this in any practical way so far. So I find it hard to explain because I don't really understand what a shorts template is and how to use them. So that's something I need to look into, and maybe that's a video for people. The two things that they're talking about have been improved. They've added the importing of photos in the template creation flow. I don't even know what a template creation flow is for that. I've never seen a template creation flow. I don't know how you go about doing that. It's something I need to learn. Introduce a toggle countdown timer that's updated to replace the existing 3-second countdown. So it's more like a custom countdown where you can set the countdown. Basically, it's a countdown for when you are recording something using the shorts tool in the app, and then it counts down to tell you when it's, count down to when the recording starts. Like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you can start talking or dancing or whatever it is that you do on your short. So what a short. So yeah, I need more understanding what a shorts template is. I haven't got a clue. I have not got a clue. I'm open for someone to share with me what a shorts template is. And the last thing from the Creator Insider today is mini player improvements. They're experimenting with the way the mini player in the YouTube app docks and behaves. If you're in the experiment, they're asking you to send feedback, so you'll see it like different variations of how the mini player is able to be docked and moved around, how it appears, basically the look and appearance of it. So that was it for Creator Insider this week, short and sweet. I'm going to roll on. Oh, no, I'm not going to roll on over yet. I was going to jump in the chat. I'm just going to start in this view to say hello to SMS Guy. Welcome. I wish we could pin a comment in our back end before we schedule a video. Yeah, before it's scheduled. Yeah, that's yeah. I get it now. I'm thinking, yes, you can, but no, you can't. It's got to be uploaded at least, scheduled, unlisted or something, so that you can leave a pin comment. I don't think you can do it when it's private. Definitely can't do it before you upload a video. All right, what do we got here? Let me see if there's Tube Spanner is so nice. Yeah, Danielle is very a wonderful person, and Tube Spanner is a great tool. Also, actually, I say tool because tool means singular. It's like it does a bunch of things. The way I view YouTube, I start with the watch later, then subscriptions feed, then recommended. Yeah, and that goes to prove that there's more than one way to use YouTube, and so there's different people use different methods for discovering content. Whether it's like some people like me, I might dive in my subscription feed first, depending on what I'm looking at. Sometimes I'll just prefer the home feed completely, or yeah, I tend not to tap on the watch later. I tend to rely on myself to come back to something if I want to watch it. Sometimes that's to my detriment, but usually, it works out for me. Welcome to Blessed to Crochet. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. People watch my short now. Yeah. That's an interesting one. The way the shorts one behaves is different because I think it does a similar thing, but at least it puts it in the comments of the short, I believe, which would make sense. Where else would it go? Yeah, it's to encourage. Basically, it's just a way to encourage comments. That's really what it is. Amazing yacht destinations. I just skipped over there. Welcome to the stream. Let me click on the one that was like the first one. All right. I'm just trying to get through this. Yeah, I think when they're talking about repurposing when it comes to the let me just go back here. When it comes to shorts templates improvements, I think we're talking about like when you like remix shorts. So it's very specifically a shorts feature. So it's remixing shorts in particular, although you can remix like full length content as well if the creator has allowed remixing. So I think it comes to when you go into the remix tool, then it gives you some options where you can turn that into like a particular style of shorts, like a split screen or different something like that. I think that's what it's for. But I need to look into it more. Maris is here. Welcome to the stream. I think Maris was on Chantel's stream earlier this week. Should I use AI in video creation? Absolutely. Like I'm not one for giving AI the whole job and being totally hands off, because I want to make content about what I want to make content about. And this is another super chat, Larry, Home Wrap Repair. Thank you for all you do for the creator community. Dropped a $20 super chat. Much appreciated, Larry. Thank you for your support. Hope to catch up with you again this year at Vid Summit. That'll be wonderful if you're going. I'm sure you. We all want to. We all plan to. Let me jump quickly back to Maris's question, because that came in. I just want to jump on it because the music played. Let me bring up the right one. So yeah, but you can like AI, like AI from an ideation point of view, like using ChatGPT to brainstorm titles or thumbnails, using something like Creative Fuel to brainstorm the whole process, like to help with scripting, to help with everything. But you still have to go and make the video. And then when it comes to that, there are tools that you can use that maybe can help you create some B-roll or imagery with AI, like generative AI. Maybe create your thumbnail using some sort of generative AI. You're using them as tools. You're not using it as like a robot to replace you or to replace an editor. You can use AI to create highlight clips from, say, a live stream or a longer piece of content. That's AI. That makes sense to use, because these are like productivity tools. That's all they are. Like AI is a buzzword, but really they're just productivity tools in instances where they've actually, instead of being like having to be programmatically sort of built to do this, and if this happens, then suggest that. It's actually using AI so that it's trained to adapt to the situation, circumstance, adapt to the prompt, different things like that. So these are just tools. It's just like Photoshop's a tool for making images. Like Canva's a tool for making thumbnails or channel art, or even editing. Some people edit their videos in Canva. Like that's too restrictive for me, but you can edit a video in Canva. You can edit a video, use some of the AI features of CapCut on your mobile phone or on desktop. So there's like AI elements that are built into even software, where the whole software isn't based on AI, but there's portions of it. Like I know Final Cut just came out with their update late last year, I think it was November, which has dynamic masking. So basically we'll cut people out of video straight away, so you can replace the background or just apply an effect just to the person and not the background, or vice versa. Whereas you had to like do that manually before. You had to draw that out or keyframe, and then if you have a video, you have to go frame by frame and keyframe it all. Sometimes there was tools that would help you do that, but it's basically doing dynamic keying using AI and working quickly, where it's a task that used to be tedious and awful. But you might have heard of rotoscoping and different things in Adobe After Effects and different things. It's basically automating that process. So AI can be in different forms, can be very powerful tools to for your productivity, to get things done quicker, the things that are difficult for you to do manually. So if you can get your video made quicker and get it up, then that's a good thing. Oh, stream quality alert from Ecamm. So we won. So yeah, AI 100%. 100%, but I'm not I wouldn't go to the point of like automated AI farms churning out content. Nobody's really has any control, and they're just uploading like slop, like very AI looking slop, where it's 100% AI. And it might be a very good voice, and the imagery looks sleek, but it's created 100% AI. With low effort, maybe the person hasn't scripted or anything. Like AI's done 100%. It's putting out hallucination information in the AI script because the channel person didn't check it. So if you get to the point using AI and it become hands off, I think that's an issue. But if you use elements of AI as tools, I think that's a great thing, because it's a productivity. It comes down to productivity in the end. You want to keep the you in YouTube at some level. I'm just going to drop that there. Oh, the stream frozen return. Yeah, I did get an alert. There was like a low. Yeah, so that could have been my internet. If Ecamm were alerting me to that, that was probably my one. Okay, let's move on with some of the talking points for today. This one comes from Threads, and it says YouTube now highlights video chapters through a new pill-shaped background. I got an example picture of that. Basically, like if you're hovering over on a mobile player, this is a mobile player. This is actually from somebody was watching this week's Creator Insider on their phone, and when they hovered it, it gave them the chapter information in a little pill. You could see there. That's interesting. I've not seen any documentation on that or announcement on that, but it's just something that somebody's observed along the way. Also, another video out on Creator Insider, even more recently than Newsflash. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. YouTube algorithms in 2025 explained with Todd and Renee. If you want to get it from the horse's mouth, then Todd's the man you want to talk to. Like I've personally spoken to Todd and Renee at Vid Summit. Totally awesome people. Very knowledgeable. Todd is so knowledgeable. Like he runs the recommendation systems. Like he helped build them. Like he's not just like somebody just trying to put out random information. The reason why he shares it is because he's invested in it and he wants people to get the right information and not get the wrong information. So that's why he goes on like videos like this. So yeah, I recommend everyone to sit down and watch this one. This is on your homework watching video to watch for the week if you haven't already watched it. I'm looking at dissecting the information in the video, maybe putting that into a video of its own. I'm sort of toying with that because I'm sort of dabbling with Notebook LM, which is a Google product, which is free. If you've got a Google account, which if you're a YouTuber, you do, you can use Notebook LM. And so I've basically given it the transcript of this video to get information. I'm going to give it some additional information and ask it to give me stuff to do with the YouTube algorithm and see how we go. That's an interesting exercise that I'm sort of looking forward to dabbling in. Okay, something else I came across this week is, if you remember, we talked about GIFs as a vertical live stream offering. This is the actual list of animated GIFs that you can actually drop if you buy jewels on a live stream. You can drop all these different ones. So there's, I'll let it rotate around again past all of them. I think the first one there's a couple more there. Mystery cat. This is what they call them. Laughing disco. That's the last one in the list. So we'll go back to the start of the list. It should repeat if I've set it up correctly. There it is, sun balloon. That's pretty cool. Does this little animation, clapping seal. I think we've seen that one before. I've used that in some videos where I've talked about that vertical live feature. Guitar. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Trophy cake, which is interesting. It's a cake. They cut it up into pieces and off it goes. It's a trophy cake. Mystery cat. It's a cat in a box. That's a cute one. And the laughing disco again. So interesting. And they also told us, I thought this was funny, they told us what your favorite gift says about you. So if you like one, this is they saying, well, if you pick this one as a gift to give to a vertical live streamer, then if you give the sun balloon, you're low key a bit shady because he's wearing shades. That's funny. That's a bit of a pun there. The laughing disco ball, you've never not cried in a club. Okay, that's interesting. The clapping seal, you'll do anything for the story. Interesting. The mystery cat, you can't live without little treats. Yeah, cats like the treats, don't they? This is one that wasn't in the other list. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a star coming out of an envelope. You're consistently checking your notifications. I don't know why it wasn't in the other list, but anyway. And the guitar, you randomly break out in song a lot. So apparently, if you pick one of those to drop on a vertical live stream, it says something about you as a person. I thought, well, that's interesting. All right, let's go back to the big one and jump back in the chat. And my mouth is so dry. Yeah, some of the all AI content is new cash cow content. Yeah, because it's pay a bit of money for some automation and some AI products and letting it loose, and then I guess they're hoping to reap the ad revenue because that's their play. I don't know. They're probably not getting anything from anywhere else. I don't see how those types of channels will get like brand deals and stuff. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. The chapter pill. Yeah, it's the pill because it's got the round edges on the ends. If anybody's wondering why it's a pill. Yeah, all you have to do is watch it. You don't have to answer any questions afterwards. Yeah, that's a pretty cool feature. I'm hoping that they're going to allow those on like regular streams at some point, because yeah, vertical live streams are an interesting space, and I think it's sort of better suited for certain types of content. I don't, we've done tests of vertical lives of this type of content, like what you're watching now. It's a little bit different. You get a little bit of a different clientele. The people who are scrolling through the vertical video feed are a different group of cats. And I mean cats as in dudes or dudettes, or, they're different. They're different to you and I in some way, or maybe they're not. Some of them probably are, but yeah, some of them, they're there. They could be more game oriented, or getting into like the touchy feel. I've seen some really weird content out there. A lot of it is gaming and different things. Whenever I checked, I get a little bit bored with it all. I just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. So yeah. So before we hit the last call, because we're getting close to last call, we need to talk about what's coming up later today, because you might be aware that we have some additional Saturday live streams today. So let's hit the info. All right. Oh, and someone's dropped a GIF right over top of Nick Nemmen's thumbnail. Oh, last call, premature last call. Nick Nemmen's coming up 9 a.m. Eastern today, so that's in like 32 minutes from now. So Nick Nemmen's first one up. Join Nick and Dee for the usual YouTube Creators Q&A live show, where you can go in and get your YouTube questions answered, put them in the form. They answer them, a lot of banter, particularly when Dee and Nick are face-to-face at the desk. And coming up at 12 p.m. Eastern at noon today, Daryl Leaves is back with some live streams. So he's live streaming today. I didn't grab the actual title for the stream, which is silly of me. But you know that it's going to be a deep dive. He'll have one of his students on to interview, and then be opening up to Q&A later in the stream. So that's coming up. It's a double header today, Nick Nemmen and Daryl Leaves. So make sure that you stick around for that. But before we go to the last call, you also might want to know, Chantel's probably streaming. Well, she nearly always actually streams more often than I do. Sunday 6 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow 6 p.m. Eastern. That will have another wonderful live show for us Monday morning for Aussies. And I'll be here this time next week doing the same thing here. Be more on YouTube news, see what Creator Insider has to say in the part this coming week, and all that and more. Let's jump it back. Oh, I really love that transition. So Ecamm, that's a winner. What's this say? Blessing to Crochet says, one thing I hope they change on the replay, they don't come back up again, so the creator may choose to go into a little bit more detail so people watching the replay will know what's happening. Yeah, it's always good to give some context and different things, because yeah, you don't always see what's going on in the chat on live streams on the replay if they don't activate that, for example. So it's always good to have live chat replay turned on. All the little things just to make it more enjoyable for the replay, or try and get it as enjoyable as for the replay as it is for those who are here live. Love that. Creator Classroom is about to skedaddle. So there we go. Getting it done. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. Is it Mary Allison is Daryl's student? Yeah. I grabbed the thumbnail and I forgot to grab the title to know what the stream was about. I know it's about returning viewers. I know that's what they're talking about specifically, returning viewers. Massive lineup of lives. put that back up, and it's time to hit this.
It's the last call.
Oh, I got half my audio missing. I didn't hear the vocals on that. Like my in-ears aren't like connected properly. Just need to jiggle the cable. I think my my phono plug adapter is a little loose. So last call simply means this. This is your last chance to drop a question, make a comment, whatever you want to do before you wrap things up for the show today, and send everyone on over to Nick Nimmon's stream. Of course, if you hang around in the chat when we finish here, you'll get automatically redirected to Nick's stream. So that's a win, and I'm sure Nick's probably going to be redirecting to Daryl's stream after his. So you can just keep on rolling, or keep on rolling through the live streams today. Oh, here we go. I gotta grab my Double Doug Dare hat. We'll have a Vid Summit this year. Nice. And just to mention, you might notice in the pinned comment in the chat that because I totally forgot to mention it. Right now, it's 15% off anything in my store because on the Spreadshirt store. That graphic right there is what's on the hat, on the shirts, different things. That's the one we voted on, and that was what my audience said was the number one. What if I made merch? Which one? Double Doug Dare. There was the mods one. There was the I love live streaming one, and there was one other one. I think it was Catch You Later. I think that one did worst, even though that's my catchphrase at the end of videos. But yeah, everybody in the community loves the double Doug Dare. So we made sure that was one of the two included ones. I included, I think, the top two. I think I love live streaming was the second choice last time I looked on the poll, and that poll's like there forever unless I like delete it. So that could change over time. But right now, they're the top two, and they're both on the spread shop. You can get it in shirts, you can get it in stickers, you can get them. Like I like my favorites, like mugs. Maybe the hats are good. The snapback hats. A few other things. There's some like more thermosy cups and stuff now. Not just the mugs. So if you want a travel cup with a lid, they've got some of those with some of the. They've got my value first stuffs out there as well. Double Doug there, and the I love live streaming are the two new ones, and then some of the other older designs are on there as well. So yeah, so 15% off is valid until Monday, 27th. So yeah, Monday's the 27th. I had to think about that because tomorrow's the 26th. Like literally, for me, in half an hour, it is now It will be the 26th of January. And by the way, the 26th of January is Australia Day. That is our national holiday. It falls on a Sunday this year, but we get the Monday off because that's how we roll. All right, let's jump into the chat, see what we got here. Well, I just noticed the lamp back there looks like an icon for last call. Yeah, it does. It looks a little bit like a martini glass or something, doesn't it? Yeah, people drop, and it's your last chance to drop the GIF commands, the GIF commands. I always have. Now, when I say that, I have to say it both ways so I don't offend anybody if I say it one way or the other. I haven't made up my mind. I used to say it a certain way. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, last call, y'all. There we go. Dropping it. Thanks for the gems. No problem. Yeah, next week, same bat time, same bat channel, as they say. Yeah, Nick's coming up. Nick and D. Should be good. I'm looking forward to it. I like getting in a little bit of a rhythm, and then like Nick came back first week of January, and then he was off because he was in Dubai, and he was back last week, and so this will be like the first 2 back-to-back weeks of Nimmin Live for 2025. So I'm looking forward to that. Always love it. SMS guy says, I know how time zones work, but I still think it's crazy. I'm just getting my day started, and the other side of the world is already sleeping, get ready to do so. Yeah, that's right. Like it's 11:35 p.m. here, which means for a lot of people who live here, unless they're out partying or something, there's probably like some old people past their bedtime, young children way past their bedtime. I'm a night owl myself, so I like to start late and if I could sleep in the mornings, which on the weekends I can do. But when you got to go to like a full-time job during the week, and you can't afford to start up late and then go to then sleep in. You got to get yourself off to bed so that you can get up for work. Lee says, thanks for the great stream and see you on Nick and D's. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just waiting on any final questions or comments people have got, and then we're going to be out of here in a second. I just got the 30-minute notification. Doesn't mean that's when it was sent, but it just popped up on my screen. So I know that we're heading in that direction. Yeah, and in some parts of the world, like Monique says, about to have dinner over there in Poland. Having dinner. So it's like, yeah, dinner time over there. It's and it's in India it'd be like early to late evening, early evening, because they're behind us. Because even the other side of Australia is 2 hours behind us. Actually, one hour ahead down south, because it's 12:30. It's already Australia Day down in New South Wales, where Sydney is, Melbourne, Tasmania, southern states, Australian Capital Territory, Canberra, our nation's capital, Victoria. They're all on daylight savings, so they're an hour ahead. They're already in the new year. And I think Adelaide, South Australia, they're half an hour ahead of us because of daylight savings, and they've just crossed over into Sunday. So it's Australia Day there, but it's not Australia Day here yet for another 23 minutes. So it's crazy how, like, when you hit midnight, different things happen, different places. You really notice it on New Year's, like we would experience at the beginning of the month. But yeah, it's one of those things, getting used to time zones. And then when I travel to, say, Dallas for Vid Summit, that's like, the time's different. It's like when it's evening there, it's like, well, what time is it at home? What the heck? It's like early morning, like before the sun comes up. It could be like late afternoon in Dallas and the sun's starting to head towards the horizon to set. And I look at what the time is back home here in Australia, and it's like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, depending on the time in Dallas, of course. It's crazy. It's like early morning. It's like, and then I'm hitting going to bed in Dallas later in the evening, and they're starting their day. It's like people, the people at work are at work and starting to answer emails and messages, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm not answering your question right now. So yes, crazy time zones are a thing, and they are real. Unless you're flying coach for 16 hours, and it's not a small world. Yeah. Economy 16 hours. Yeah, it's a mission. You're glad to get to your destination, but then that it's worth that. No, what am I going to say? Yeah, then you've got to actually do it all again to go back home. All right. I'm just seeing weird things pop up in my notifications right now. Just bear with me if I'm getting... Mara says, Creative Fuel, worth paying. What are some subscriptions like that you can help with creating vids? I do like Creative Fuel for the ideation. I'm using it on some videos that I'm planning at the moment. So I'm getting it to do a lot of stuff in ideation, and I've got to go through that. What I like to do is know the information and work off bullet points. In the end, I don't really want it to do the entire script, although it can do that. It can help you give you thumbnail concepts. Through the whole ideation process for titles, thumbnails, topics, it's good. Am I paying? Yeah. It's I'm just trying to think what the price is. I don't know what the current price is. I don't know if is there any specials right now. Now there is a link for Creative Fuel in my description. I just want to see if there's any. I don't think there's any offers right now. I just want to have a look really quickly at creativefuel.ai, because sometimes they'll put it on like a special, and I'm not aware of it. Pricing. Okay, they have a free tier. They have a free tier which allows you to use. You know what? I should share this. I'm going to share this, and then we're going to wrap things up. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so you can see on the left is Ember. You can join. You can link up one YouTube channel with some of the other paid ones. You can link up more. You can link up. You can use the freestyle and reimagine engines. Maximum of 3 idea engine runs per day. A maximum of 5 inspiration channels. A maximum of 3 draft genie runs per month. So there's some limitations on the free plan, but you can use it. There's no data export and no workshop AI tools. So it's like a limited version. Blaze is $15.20 per month, which works out if you pay annually, that's $182.20 annually. Now you can hook up 3 YouTube channels to the Blaze level, and you get access to everything but data export. So it's unlimited idea engine runs. So it's like where you get the AI to do some ideation or do some put out information based on the inputs. And so you get everything except for data export, which is where you can export information back out into some format. I actually don't even know what the export format is, but I'm assuming it might be some text formats and maybe some spreadsheets, like a CSV file or something. So the creator levels are really the one for most creators, what they need, what they're suited for. That's the Blaze level for creators. And then they have an Inferno level, which is $63.20 a month. But this is for, you can see at the top, it says it's for agencies. So that's like companies that work with a lot more channels, because you can hook up to 15 channels. If you're an agency and you work with multiple channels, then that's the one you want to probably get onto, because that then allows you the data export, which agencies would use heavily for using this. So there's something up here. It says save an extra 50% on Blaze. I'm not sure what that is. Like there's something that's not generating properly. It was cutting off the pricing. Yeah, if you have it on annual pricing, you're saving 20%. So that's the annual price. It works out $15.20 per month. If you're paying month to month, it's $19. But you know, for these things, it's worth paying the annual fee, and then you're set for 12 months, and you're basically paying $15.20 per month. And if you're under 1,000 subscribers, you get 15. You can activate that, and then you pay $7.60 a month if you're under 1,000 subscribers. That's a good deal. So they're getting behind small channels and giving you 50%, that's half price on Blaze. So make sure if you are under 1,000 subscribers that you toggle that and get the deal. Get the deal. But yeah, if you do that, make sure you use the link in the description, because then that's recorded as me telling you about Creative Fuel and sending them your way. All right, let's get back to it. Just looking for any last minute things, and then let's see if there's anything else here real quick. Yeah, I'm still getting into, like, I've done my first run through from woe to go on a particular topic I want to make a video about, and so that's good. Issues with YouTube Studio app not working. I have not, especially I haven't looked on Android lately, but I'll check that out when I get a chance to see if I can get the same issue. That's funny. Like Beetlejuice. Chantel dropped the command for the tube spanner, which is interesting because I was just talking about Creative Fuel. If you want to check out Tube Spanner, make sure you use the link there as well. Check out Tube Spanner. Absolutely. All right, we're going to wrap things up. It's 15 minutes until Nick does. I've got to reset, make a coffee, get ready, get settled in for some valuable information coming up on Niman Live with Nick and D Niman. It's going to be good. So if you want to sit tight, you'll end up in their pre-show chat. It's always good. Chantel's about to drop the crew. I think it's just fuel, exclamation fuel. I updated the code because it was exclamation ideation, which is really doesn't fuel's easier. So just to let you know, there it is. There it is. It's like you just did a made up one, creative fuel. Yeah, that's too long to type. I just put fuel. Trying to make it easier for the mods. Well, in any case, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Make sure you stick around for Nimmin Live by just hanging in the chat. You'll end up over there. And I'll catch you here next week. In the meantime, I'll catch you later.